Hey, welcome. Thanks for checking out the A.B.L.E project. Maybe you've heard us talk about this before, or you've just kind of stumbled across this on our website. I want to just thank you for taking time to check it out, and want to just kind of give a few kind of brief pointers, overview of what exactly you have come across. So A.B.L.E, that's kind of something we talk a lot about here at Wellspring, but what exactly, for maybe those who are new, what exactly is A.B.L.E and this whole thing
A.B.L.E
here?
is an acronym, as Aaron said. So A stands for attend. So this is the practice of taking some time each week to attend to the presence and the voice of Jesus, right? B is bless, blessing someone inside and outside the church, taking some time each week to embody the blessing of God inside and outside the church community. L is learn, right? So disciple in Greek is a learner, right? Are we people who are posturing ourselves as learners before God and before the scriptures? E is eat, right? So are we eating with people? Obviously we're eating, but are we eating with people inside and outside the church, right? Jesus always was eating with people, practicing hospitality as a way to build community and as a way to embody the welcome of God in the world.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and so A.B.L.E, as Tony just explained there, it's kind of our way of kind of summing up and kind of bringing together what it might look like to practice the way of Jesus in our everyday life. And as we've developed this A.B.L.E project, what we've done then is taking 4 different practices for each of those letters, A-B-L-E, so 16 total. 16, and so you'll see that below if you kind of scroll down there, 4 different practices for each letter. And kind of the idea is that if you kind of scroll down and click on each of those kind of individual practices, you'll see a couple of things. I think the first thing you'll come across is a video or podcast, kind of us discussing kind of biblically, theologically, kind of what that idea is. What are some of the other things that someone might find as they
so there'll be a
this?
PDF there, and it'll have like a quick take on the subject or the practice. It'll have some reflection questions, right? Because a lot of practicing the way of Jesus is also just a self-awareness exercise in like, what are we doing, not doing, and why? There'll be experiments, right? Because Jesus didn't say, hey, let's just go grab coffee and think about the Bible. Think about God, right? There's obviously and sort of intuitively a call towards action. An experiment, I think, is a good posture. Because we're trying to figure out how to do this Jesus following thing. None of us are perfect. So we're practicing, we're experimenting, seeing what works.
And doesn't work.
And doesn't work, right? And then the third layer is dialogue. So there's some questions that you can talk with a friend, a spouse, your well community, right? So you have reflection questions, experiments, and then some dialogue questions. And the point is, right, we're experimenting, we're thinking, and then we're coming back to community. And then hopefully we're learning from each other's stories. So it's not just my failures and successes, but I'm hearing other people and say, oh, you tried it that way. And then we're learning from each other on how to practice the way of Jesus.
So our hope is that as a Wellspring goes through this, whether, again, like you said, as a couple or family or in a well community, that we're actually learning not just in our heads, but in our everyday lives, what it might look like to practice the way of Jesus here in our moment. So feel free to check those out. If you have any questions, love to dialogue more, but hopefully it's a helpful resource for you.